Hello everyone, welcome back to Selenium training. In this session, we will learn what is WebDriver, what is its architecture, what is the version used currently, and few definitions related to WebDriver. Now, coming to WebDriver, the key word the WebDriver itself says driver. That means it drives something, right? Whenever we automate our applications, we need something to automate our web applications, right? We have a program already which will run our automation script, right? So there should be some interface which will handle the browser, which will handle the operations in the browser and the web applications, right? So for this WebDriver is most important. What is this WebDriver? WebDriver drives the testing. That is, it controls the browsers in performing testing either locally or remote. That means you can, using this WebDriver, you can run your application in your own system or in the remote machine as well. That means in the remote machine in the remote browser. Now, Selenium WebDriver also supports different languages, Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, all those languages, and it's commonly referred as a WebDriver, right? And it controls the code. Now, you have your code, you have your automation script. Now, this should be run on the browser. So, how it is done? What is the architecture? What are the components of WebDriver? We will see it now. Now, we will see the version 3 first and then we will jump to the version 4 and what are the improvements in version 4 we will discuss. Now coming to version 3, on the left side you see the different language bindings: Java, C Sharp, VB, Python, Ruby, JavaScript. These are all the languages and also there are few other languages which is supported by WebDriver, right? Now this is called a client libraries where you have your program. Now this program should communicate with your browser. That means your browser should be open. You should run your application. That means you should click on something. You should do some operations like you do in a manual testing, right? Now, in order to do that, your script cannot directly do that. It should have some interface. So that interface is nothing but a JSON wire protocol, which will take the request from your program and then it communicates with the driver, which means again for each browser there is a separate driver. For Firefox you have a Gecko driver, for Chrome you have a Chrome driver, for IE for Internet Explorer you have an Internet Explorer driver. So all these drivers are present separately. Okay, now this JSON wires protocol will take the request from your program and then communicates with the driver. And then this driver will communicate or send the request to your browser using HTTP over HTTP server, and then requests are sent and then the response are received on your browsers. This is the communication. Now, with this JSON wire protocol, what the basic role of this JSON wire protocol is, it will encode and decode the requests that are being sent from the program to the driver, right? That's the basic role of JSON wire protocol in version 3. Remember, I am talking about Selenium 3 architecture and not 4. The picture which you are seeing right now is a Selenium 3. So what happens here is whenever a JSON wire protocol is encoding and decoding the requests that are coming from a program and communicating to the browser, it take sometimes it's taking a lot of time. Then the developers of Selenium, who is developing the Selenium, they have come into a conclusion and they improvised the version of 3 into a version 4. So what they did in this version 4 was they have it's released in 2018, I guess in August. What they did was they have eliminated this JSON wire protocol and they have introduced HTTP W3C protocol, which is basically used or already in picture by different browsers. Okay. Now what happens in Selenium 4? See this in Selenium 4, no JSON protocol in Selenium 4, right? Now we'll go to Selenium, we will see how the Selenium 4 architecture is now after removing this JSON wire protocol. Okay, so no more JSON wire protocol. Now how it communicates then? Now there is no link between this program and there is no link communication link between these two. So how it will communicate now? Now it started communicating with HTTP W3C. That means W3C standards are there for each and every browser or websites that they are using. So now these browsers are following W3C standards. Now the Selenium 4 has introduced, now they are using a W3C standards. That means there is no encoding, there is no decoding between the communication of the program and the driver. It directly communicates with the program, with the browser. That means there is no time taking, and it's easy, and performance will be increased, and the script execution time will be less. All these features are included in Selenium 4. Right, now we will see in detail what are these features of. So you can see Selenium 4 features. There are five important principles of Selenium 4. One is W3C standardization. That means, as I said, you already different browsers, Chrome browser, Firefox browser, all these browsers are already following W3C standards. No, so there is no need of again encoding or decoding using a JSON wire protocol. That's the reason this W3C standardization is a new feature that they introduced in Selenium 4. Next, coming to Selenium IDE. The Selenium IDE is basically a plugin in a browser where you can plug and run your test cases or record and play your test cases. That means you will open this IDE, you will just record your test cases, save it, and then you can run it in the future. So I have given a demo on the Selenium IDE as well in my previous sessions. You can click on the top right link that you are seeing, or else you can, I will paste the link in the description box. You can go through what is the Selenium IDE, how to install and how to run your test cases. Now, what is the feature that have it regarding the Selenium IDE is, earlier version 3 used to support only Firefox. Now with this Selenium 4 feature, even the Chrome browser is also supporting Selenium IDE. And one more important thing is this IDE is now completely based on WebDriver, and they have new CLI runner as well, which we'll see in detail in the later sessions. And the parallel execution is one of the important feature of Selenium 4. And coming to Selenium Grid is the one of the important concept in Selenium 4, because if you want to execute your test cases in different browsers, different platforms at the same time, and if you want to reduce your execution time, the Selenium Grid will help you. So in this feature 4, they have added more enhancements into the Selenium grid, and they improvised it so that it runs in an effective manner. That means we have a stable Selenium grid now. And one of the best features in Selenium 4 is documentation. They have a clear documentation compared to version 3. And if you want to see what is the Selenium 4 and Selenium 3 features, you can go to this link and you can see what changes are there for between 3 and 4 and all those things in the documentation. And one more feature is they have removed a support for Opera browser and Phantom.js, and they made the users to use Chrome driver for Opera as well. That means they need not use Opera now. They can directly use Chrome browser for Opera as well. So these are the great features of Selenium 4. So in the next upcoming session, we will see how to download the Selenium 4 jar and how to include in your project and how to run a sample program. So coming to resources, if you want to see some notes or some documentation, or if you want to know what exactly this WebDriver is and all, you can go to these links. I'll be pasting it in the description box. You can go through this and learn some documentation. So that way, this will help you in interview point of view as well to describe the differences between version 3 and version 4. Okay. All right, guys, this is the session on WebDriver introduction. In the upcoming session, we will see a sample example of launching the browser in any and launching any web page, and from there we'll take it on. So keep learning and have a nice day. Thank you.